I'm Bill Stamm from the All Nations Native American Veterans Memorial in Jefferson, Oregon. We're in the home of Oliver Roesler. He was the last living Alamo Scout, and we're here to talk to Oliver and hear his stories, and it's such an honor to be here with him. So again, thank you, Oliver. Appreciate it so much for allowing us to be here. It's such a great honor to meet you.
Sure, welcome.
This is our memorial. That's a full life-size statue.
Oh, yeah.
It's buffalo, and 2 buffalo and a horse.
Buffalo and a horse. Yeah.
And we are. You ready, Dave?
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Okay.
Where do you live?
Jefferson, Oregon, which is just below Salem. And we are the #2 Native memorial in the whole United States. And we're the only memorial that has ever honored the code talkers, the 34 nations of code talkers.
Yeah.
Plus we're the only one that's ever honored the Alamo Scouts. And that's why the historian has told us that,
Yeah.
which you know who he is. So what I'd like to ask you, you okay,
Yes.
is how many years did you do in the service?
I was in the service about 4 years.
4 years. And you was with you signed up with the Scouts in 43,
Yeah.
1943?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went from 43 to 45 because
Yeah.
they was disbanded in 45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the Scouts, and most of the time I was in the service.
He was in the Scouts most of the time he was
Yeah.
in the service. Oh wow, that's great.
When basic training, well, they picked us. I was picked in to go to the Scouts for basic training.
Oh, you went in right from basic training in the Scouts?
Yeah.
Because that was a volunteer unit.
Yeah.
You guys were the greatest unit ever put together. Did you know that?
Well,
You did 110 missions. Never
Yeah.
lost a man.
yeah.
Yeah. You're the only military organization in the whole United States that has ever accomplished that. And
I didn't know that.
you didn't know that? No, nobody's ever accomplished it. You're the only ones. That's why we're so honored to do the Scouts, because they've never been honored before. And our memorial, we honor the people that's never been honored. And that's why we're so honored to have you on our memorial. And I say, you will have a picture of you on the memorial.
Thank you.
And you will be there as long as I'm alive, and I hope I'm 83. And I got a board of directors to set up to take care of the memorial when I pass on. And if they don't do it, I'm going to come back and haunt them. So, yeah, it's such an honor to meet you, sir.
Well,
Tremendous honor. And
it was one of the greatest experiences of my life of being a Scout.
uh-huh.
You know,
Was you involved in the POW camp
oh,
liberations?
Oh yeah, I was actually on about 10 or 11 missions,
Uh-huh.
different missions. We did most of the behind the Japanese lines.
Behind the Japanese lines. Yeah.
Go in at, usually it was go in at night and come out at night.
Uh-huh. Come out at night.
PT boat.
They brought you in on PT boats.
Yeah,
And then you went into rafts and.
yeah. Most of the time we were just to gather information. We didn't fight unless we had to.
Yeah, you were a reconnaissance unit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I read a book about you guys. I know a lot of information about you. What you did at the POW camps were just totally unreal. And the liberation of the camps and stuff.
Yeah.
Was you involved in the real liberation of the POW camps?
No.
You wasn't involved in that, huh?
I was in I think 11 different missions, but all Japanese, like behind the Japanese
All
lines.
behind Japanese lines, huh?
And I only had to fire my rifle once.
You only had to fire your rifle once,
I think I killed a Japanese, but I'm not sure.
huh? Uh-huh. What kind of rifle did you carry? M1 Grant?
I carried one was the small
Your carbine?
rifle, yeah. Huh?
M1 carbine?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Light and it's had a lot of firepower.
Yeah. Yeah. That's neat. So, did you when you guys went on mission? Did you have a radio operator with you?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah. Usually the operator on most of my missions I went on was Shalom.
Mm-hmm.
He's, I think he lives in, or he did, I don't know if he's still alive or not, but he was from the Midwest anyway.
Oh, from the Midwest. Did you have any dealings with the Native Americans that were in the Alamo Scouts?
Not much.
Not much.
We did. We had one Indian and that worked with us sometimes.
Was that Johnson?
Oh, what was his name?
Well, Johnson's the one they called the Ghost.
No, it wasn't Johnson.
Wasn't Johnson, huh?
My memory is so bad.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I am too.
Yeah. Anyway, that he went with missions with us several times,
Uh-huh.
but he wasn't actually our team.
He wasn't your team?
Lutz was a captain.
Lutz was your captain?
Captain.
Yeah.
And there was Shaw, Bob Ross, you think you'd know those guys like you would hear an own name, you know, but I forget some of that.
Well, I forgot some of the guys from Vietnam too, so don't feel bad. Yeah, I spent 3 years in Korea and 8 years in Vietnam myself.
Yeah, it's a little
I did
longer time than I did.
I did 24 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got out when I could. I spent, I think it was a little over 3 years, almost 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in the Navy during Korea, and then went into the Air Force, and so I flew in Vietnam. And I was a loadmaster, a drop master, and a rigger.
Yeah.
I kicked the guys out of the airplane.
Oh, it wasn't the safest place in the world being in an airplane, but I'd rather be in there with one and jump out of it.
Yeah. Well, you know, the old saying goes, why jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I flew a lot while I was in service, but I never did jump out of one.
You flew a lot though, huh?
Yeah.
What was you flying?
Well, we usually where we different places we'd
Uh-huh.
go to. We'd Right.
Did they ever launch you off the submarines? Or just the PT boats?
I never got on a submarine.
You just got the PT boats?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they took us in wherever possible. Usually actually making a landing, the PT boats would take us within, half a mile
A half mile of the beach?
Then they go in the rubber boat.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And if we couldn't hide the boat someplace, so we'd send it back to have a crew to send us back to the PT boat. They'd come pick us up.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Most of your missions were all at night though, right?
The what?
Was most of your missions at night?
Almost all of us.
Uh-huh.
Went in at night, came out at night.
Well, I went in at night, come out at night. Yeah. Yeah. That PT boat was a great boat.
Yeah. Now I usually get in, you didn't get much sleep over the time you left the PT boat the first time. When you get back, as soon as they got going, you'd find a place and
crash.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Felt safe on them.
Yeah. That's so great. It's such an honor to talk to you. It is such a tremendous honor.
I thought it was a big course, the most exciting experience of my life was being a scout.
Being a scout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys accomplished so much. I mean.
Well, actually, considering where we went, couldn't believe that we didn't have more casualties.
Yeah, you didn't have any. You guys didn't lose a man.
No.
That's what's so remarkable.
Yeah, that was what we did.
That's because the training you guys went through was tremendous.
Yeah.
Actually, the training you went through is what the Green Berets are going through today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed the training, really. It was kind of...
Did you ever get to spend any time with MacArthur?
Oh, well, I saw him a couple of times while we were going on our mission back and forth, but I never did work directly with him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he put together a tremendous unit, you guys. And see, even the President of the United States didn't know about you guys.
Yeah.
Or the Chief of Staff, because he did not trust them. So you guys were.
Yeah, well, he is.
You guys were the greatest top secret unit ever put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we really actually enjoyed doing what we did. I don't think there was even if we had anybody had even a bullet wound.
Well, from what I've learned, that not one man. It was all voluntary. You could quit anytime you wanted.
Yeah.
But not one man ever quit.
No. Not that I know of, anyway.
Yeah, that's what the historian said. That none of you guys ever quit. And that's tremendous.
Well, they had great leadership. That's like, the guys. We had a officer that went with us.
Yeah.
Went where we went.
Yeah.
And so we didn't feel like the officers stay back, and it was more fairly safe and send you out ahead.
Yeah, that's one thing I did as an NCO. When my men went, I went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what our officers the same way. So,
and I had my men were tremendous.
Yeah.
But I went.
Yeah. Well, you feel like you're willing to do that, but if an officer stays where he's comparatively safe and sends you out the line of fire, well.
Yeah. That's great. Well, I would like to take a picture of you too, but also, while I got this out here, I would like you to sign this picture if you would.
My signature is very poor, but
that's okay.
I'll do it.
I think you can write on this. I have a pen for you.
Where do you want it?
Oh, just right down here would be fine.
On the picture itself, or?
Yeah, right at the edge of the picture, or on the picture, however you want to do it. Because this picture is going to go on the memorial also.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir. And I will date it.
Of the actual scouts, how many are still alive?
How many is alive?
None.
You're it.
I'm it.
You're it. There's 2 others that were in the scouts, but they never went on no missions. There's only 3 of you left. You're the only one that's left that went on the missions. That's why you're so important.
Well, it was the greatest experience of my life, that's for sure. Except the marriage, of course.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah. Well,
I ran when I came back, my brothers and we had a logging company.
so you logged out. You logged after you got back from the military.
Yeah, that's what
Do you remember this gentleman?
Be quiet, Philly. Oh.
I probably met him, but I wouldn't know. He was one of the Indians, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's one of the Indians. His name was Dave Medina. He was Apache from the Puma tribe.
Yeah. I probably met him a time or two when I was in there, but I didn't.
Just after
ever get
the
to
scouts was abandoned, he went back to his unit and was on liaison and was killed in 1945.
Where was he killed at?
I can't remember where he was killed now. I can't remember where he was killed at.
I don't remember ever meeting him personally, but I might have. You know, we didn't.
Oh yeah.
Didn't shake hands or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the historian Lance thought you had met him. So. I got a little better picture here of the memorial. Oh. There you can see it a little bit better. That's one of our applications to get your name on the memorial. But you don't have to worry about your names on it. But that's a little better picture. You may keep that to show your friends if you'd like to.
Yeah. Where is this going to be put?
It's in Jefferson, Oregon.
Jefferson, Oregon.
Yeah, it's been there 5 years.
Is it in a park?
No, it's on my land.
On your land?
Yeah. It's got a cyclone fence all the way around it and everything. It's fully protected. And also I protect it with a 12-gauge shotgun.
Yeah.
To make sure it's protected. It's a beautiful memorial.
Yeah. You having any trouble getting enough money?
Oh, we always have that problem. I've done all of it myself. I've done 80% of it by myself.
Well, I probably can.
We're a 501c3. We're a 501c3. We're deductible. But
I'll think about it. I'll probably send you a check at this your address.
yeah, that's the address.
Yeah.
Well, that would be very kind of you. But anyway, I think I got some pictures here. I think you can see them okay. It's not a real big camera, but here's the Alamo Scouts the way it is now. Can you see that okay?
Yeah.
And I got more names. Oh, it went back. Where'd it go? I got more names to put on this stone, and then the third stone will go over here with your picture on it.
Mm-hmm.
And this, the center stone, is the whole story of the Alamo Scouts from this time you began to the finish.
Yeah.
And we have hundreds of people that have come up and read the story and had never heard of the Alamo Scouts.
No, I didn't get much publicity.
No, you didn't get any. They really kept you guys secret. And up here at the top, it says the Alamo Scouts, and then it has a picture of your patch, the native patch that you had. And then over here on the top of the stone it says TS Reconnaissance Alamo Scouts at the top of the stone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, TS is top secret. But this is our memorial in the springtime of my driveway. And then, where'd you go? And then there's another picture a little closer.
It snaps off as soon as you let go of it.
Did it go? Did it change? Oh, we lost it again, huh? Yeah, we'll get it back. There we go.
Yeah. Who did you get to make the statues?
The statue come from the Flathead Nation from Arley, Montana.
Mm.
In 2012, I was back at a powwow. I still dance at 83. And we spotted a statue, and I took a picture of it. And I walked around the backside and could not believe it was for sale. So I bought it and made an all nations. It's the only all nations native memorial in the whole United States.
Mm.
And it's open to all nations. We go clear back to the Civil War.
Yeah.
And it just been a tremendous experience.
Yep. Yes, I wouldn't want to have to go through that again, but I don't. I'm happy that I was able to have that experience.
Well, that's like me. I wouldn't want to go through Vietnam again, but
Yeah.
it was a tremendous experience.
I don't know why we have to have wars, but
I don't either.
but
I don't know why we're in Afghanistan.
seem like politicians, they seem like they should be able to get things settled without a war.
You'd think so.
I think so, but they don't.
My grandmother told me when I was very young that we have a war every 20 years. And she's almost hit it on the head exactly. Every 20 years we seem to have a war.
Yeah. Well, I spent, what was it, I think, almost 4 years in the service.
Uh-huh.
And I had one wound. Got a piece of shrapnel behind the ear.
Oh, you got a piece of shrapnel in your head. Uh-huh.
And as far as I know, it's still in there.
Still in there. Well, that's 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, yesterday was the 100th anniversary of World War One, and my grandfather fought in World War One. My dad fought in World War Two, and I fought in Korea and Vietnam, and my son fought in Iraq.
Yeah, it seems like it gets the most of us.
Yeah.
Every war.
Yeah, every war.
And be nice if we could manage to get together, but we don't seem to do that.
No, no. What rank did you get out at?
What?
What rank was you when you got out of the service?
Oh, the staff sergeant.
Staff sergeant? Mm-hmm. Well, you did okay in 4 years.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
I was in overseas most of the time.
Most of the time? Yeah.
I just basic training. And then as soon as we get sent overseas, well, the first thing I did is get volunteered for the Alamo Scouts over there.
Well,
I think I went on, seems to me like it was 11 missions.
11 missions, huh?
All the way from,
Was that in the Philippines or New Guinea?
well, New Guinea and then the Philippines.
New Guinea and the Philippines.
Yeah. We got in. We landed in New Guinea. I was still in the 31st Division.
Uh-huh.
And when I landed in New Guinea, and they asked for volunteers,
Uh-huh.
and then I went to Alamo Scout Training Center,
Yeah.
which was 50 miles away from where the division was.
Uh-huh.
And then I spent the rest of the time until I actually got out in the,
Uh-huh.
in
Well,
the Alamo Scouts.
that's really something. Do you have any pictures of you being in the service?
Not that I know of where they're at, if there are
Uh-huh.
some. I'll look and see if I can find anything.
Well, if you could, we'd be honored to have some, or make a copy of them for us, because you want to keep them for your family.
Yeah. I don't know, because
Unless your family's like mine, they don't care about it.
well, I was in a big family. You know, I had 7 kids, and three of the boys all over in the service of one kind or another.
Oh, wow.
So my mother was
Nervous
busy.
lady. Yeah. Were they all in the Army?
No, one was in the Navy, and I don't think the third boy was. I don't know if he was in the service at all.
Uh-huh. You don't happen to have one of the Alamo Scout patches, do you?
Not where I know where it's at.
Not that you know where it's at, huh?
I'll look around and.
Because if you did,
Uh,
see, we have a museum. We just built a museum. And if you had one of the patches, I would put it in the museum.
I'll look and see if I got anything in here and send a donation with this.
Well, thank you, sir. We dearly appreciate that.
Okay.
And, so, well,
Anything else that you?
well, just if you can think of something that would be important to you and to us.
What happened to Bill Lutz? He's not he's passed away.
Yeah, he passed on.
But I never did hear what happened to him.
Yeah, he's passed on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what year it was. I can see if I can find out.
He was a good officer.
Yeah. Well, from what I read about him, he was a fine gentleman.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I enjoyed working under him.
Well, see, we work with an organization. Dave and I work with an organization called the B-17 Alliance. We're restoring a B-17, and so this video will be shown to all the guys at the B-17 Alliance also. So you're going to get real famous.
Oh.
So you're what, 93?
95.
95?
I'll be 95 in January.
95 in January. Well, you're doing really good.
Well,
You don't look 95.
in the last year or so, I can tell that old Father Time is creeping up on me.
Yeah, I can tell that too. I can tell that at 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have Agent Orange from Vietnam. Yeah, it's creeping up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was fortunate I didn't get any diseases or anything from being in the Pacific.
Yeah. Did you have anything to do with the Filipino Hucks, the little people, the natives, or did you?
Well, I ran into them a few times, but didn't really.
You didn't do nothing with them?
No. They were kind of kind of a mixed history.
Yeah. Yeah, they were the warriors of the Philippines.
Yeah, well, some of us didn't think too much of some of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've heard that before.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there's some of them we thought were just as bad as the Japanese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Took advantage of their own people.
Yeah. 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 Yeah, they were pretty wicked with their knives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, during the war anyway, the Philippines wasn't. Some parts of it weren't all that civilized. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got up in the mountains and it wasn't civilized.
No.
Yeah. And some of the hucks were not too civilized.
No.
Yeah.
Some of them were. If they weren't bandits, they were the next thing to it.
Yeah. 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 I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I spent a little time in the Philippines. I can relate to that. Yeah.
Well, sometimes we wondered which side we were on.
You wonder what side they was on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But all in all, had a pretty good experience in the Army.
Well, that's great.
It certainly is. Being in the Army isn't being a civilian.
Yeah. So after you got out of the military, you was logging then, huh? With your brothers?
Yeah, I had a company, a Roesler timber company.
You had a timber company, huh? Oh wow.
We had, at one time we had about 20 log trucks
Wow.
and diesel yarder and the road building equipment to go with it. We built the road,
Yeah.
fell the timber
And hauled it out.
logged it, hauled it to the mill.
Yeah. Well, see, after I got out of the Navy, I worked for Pope and Talbot on the tugboat, pulling logs out of Alaska and stuff. So.
Went to look at a job in Alaska one time, but decided not to go.
Not to go, huh? Yeah. Some big trees up there, though, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to raft them up and bring them down and through the Straits of Juan de Fuca, and so
Yeah.
it was that was an experience,
Yeah.
bringing them big rafts through the straits. We only could bring one. We could only bring one raft at a time.
I imagined.
But that was a great job. I loved it. And then the Japanese started building plywood cheaper than we could make it, so they shut the boat down. I'd have probably still been there because I absolutely loved working on a tugboat.
Yeah. Well, I loved the logging business.
Well, you guys really had a good sized company.
We had at that peak we had 125 people working for us.
125 working for you. Wow. That's a good sized payroll.
We did everything from building the road to hauling them to the mill. We never did get in the sawmill business.
Yeah. But you did everything.
We usually logged for sometimes we'd contract from the state or the federal government owned most of the timber in the state of Washington. And sometimes we bid it ourselves, or sometimes a mill would bid it, and then we'd contract for them to
haul it out,
build the roads and cut the timber and haul it to the mill.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've had a very exciting life.
Well, was sometimes it seemed like it was a little rough, but most of the time I enjoyed it.
Yeah, yeah, I can relate to that too. I've had some humps in the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, the good Lord never. Lots of times I think it's a good thing He didn't tell us what was coming ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I still do my prayers every day.
Me too.
You too, huh? Yeah. I'm thankful for what He's put me through and let me come out of.
Yep.
Yeah.
Aren't very many people. Most of my friends that are as old as I am are gone.
Yeah. I'm losing a lot of my Vietnam friends that are in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
A lot of them are. And I have a tremendous amount of friends that have Agent Orange.
Yeah.
Losing their legs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing you guys were one of the greatest generations that has ever lived, though. You World War II veterans. Well, you really are. You guys are the. I have a friend who passed away. He was a code talker. On the back of his shirt, he had, "The language I was forbidden to speak is the language that saved America." Because when they went to schools, they were not allowed to speak their language. But when they become code talkers, that's when they want them to use their language. So their language saved America. And yeah, that was Mr. Gilbert Horn that done that. And, yeah, he became a code talker when he was 17.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, well, I went to school at the Alamo Scouts, and then I was in the Scouts all the time I was in the service.
and that was, you was 21 then?
I think I was 18 when I went in the service,
18 when you went in?
and I was in I think 4 years.
4 years?
A little over 4 years.
Uh-huh.
And I signed up soon after I went in the service.
Mm-hmm.
I was in most of the time.
Yeah. Well, you, like I said before, the Alamo Scouts is the greatest unit ever put together. You served with the best unit ever put together.
Well, they did it right. The ones who set it up.
Yeah.
And so it built how should you say that the Scouts themselves were pretty much I don't know how to say it. They were proud of what they were doing and
Oh yeah.
enjoyed doing what they tried to do it as
you
good
guys,
as they could.
You guys were tough too.
Well, that's the thing that gets me is that we didn't have one man killed. It just kind of amazes me what we went through.
That is amazing. Yeah. Yeah. You did 110, a total of 110 missions is what the Scouts did.
Yeah.
And never lost a man.
Yeah, went on 10 of those.
Uh-huh. Which is absolutely incredible, you know,
Yeah.
to never lose a man. That shows the training you had and the leadership you had.
Yeah. Yeah. We landed in some funny places.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I don't think there's a feeling like going ashore in the middle of the night on a shore where you don't have the foggiest idea what you're gonna run into.
Yeah, going ashore at night like that, and you don't know what's on the other side of the hill.
No.
You don't have a clue. And that's why I say you guys were a bunch of really brave warriors.
Man, looking back at it, it amazed me that I did. It was agreed to do that.
You agreed to do it. So you guys did a good job. Yeah. Yeah, all you scouts were tremendous warriors. And being a Native American warrior, I appreciate it, what you guys did.
You know, the thing of it is that we weren't just any one farmers or loggers or mechanics or teachers or what. We were just a cross section of the whole United States.
Yeah.
And instead fit together and work together.
Yeah. People from all different walks of life.
Yeah. I think that goes to that most Americans, regardless of what they say or do, or wouldn't want to be anyplace else.
No. I know I wouldn't. I've traveled a lot of places, but there's nothing like home.
No.
Yeah.
My mother came from Romania and my father came from Russia.
Oh, your dad come from Russia? My mother come from Denmark.
Yeah.
My ancestors are Vikings.
Yeah.
You know, on my mother's side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we better let you get some rest. Anything else you'd like to add to Oliver?
Well, I can't think of anything
You
right
can't
now.
think anything right now?
Well, probably when it's 5 minutes after you can leave the door, I'll remember something about something.
You remember a whole lot. You remember a whole lot after we leave, huh? Well, on my card is my phone number.
Okay.
If you think of something, call me,
Okay.
and we'll write her down.
That.
So we have it. And thank you so much for letting us video everything, and thank you so much for allowing us in your home.
Well, you're sure welcome.
And it's a tremendous honor for us to be with you.
Well, it goes both ways.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it very much.
Um,